Morning guys, Patriot out here with you. Today's a big hike day for me. I'm combining 3 hikes that I call triple threat. Last week I did double trouble, and that was Tom's Thumb hike, plus another one called Bottle Cap that I do. It's not the real name, that's what I call it. This time I'm doing those 2 hikes, plus one more, a Pinnacle Peak hike, and all combined looking at about 12 miles and approximately 3,000 feet elevation gain. So it's going to be a long morning. Haven't really found the pace yet, but I'm about half a mile up the trail right now. This one's about 4.2, 4.3 miles, and about 1,100 feet elevation gain going to the thumb. East end of the McDowell Mountain Range, highest point by about 50 feet or so. Behind me, this one here is the horn. Sometimes confused for Tom's Thumb if you're not looking in the right direction. Tom's Thumb is over there. It looks small because it's further away. Humidity today is up. The clouds are out, which is fantastic. My second hike, I had a few clouds, but they burned off about halfway up, or halfway through the trip, right before I came down. With a bit of luck here, we'll have clouds for this whole hike. Alright guys, through the small valley here, heading up that way, sweating like a monster. Lost my train of thought. Haven't been doing much video. I've got the hiking poles out now. I've kind of got my cardio pace. I like to start without them just to kind of see where I'm at. Doing okay. The legs are a little bit rubbery today. I did a bike ride last night, about 14 miles on the cruiser bike with a big fat seat. I've been doing a lot of that since the other didn't have the comfort I needed at my regular mountain bikes with that forward position. So it's enabled me to get out on a bike in comfort. Okay, we're pressing ahead. All right, guys, just came through the pass. That's House Rock right there, and it's a thumb behind me. I'm just gonna go up on those rocks. That way I feel like I made it all the way. All right, guys. Up here on the top, kind of looking down towards House Rock there. East end of the McDowells is right there, the highest point. And you might be able to see the trail out there in the distance. Basically, this big expanse, this big valley right here is crossed up at the top, and that's the Fountain Hills Pass over there. And then you come up this side. So real pretty out today. It's wonderful to have the clouds. Boy, that's a huge help. I'm absolutely loving it. There's where we're going next, right there. It's only about 8 minutes drive, so once I get back to the parking lot, I'll down some Gatorade and grab a couple snacks and hit the next one. Here's my shirt. Completely soaked. And it ain't gonna dry out either. I might throw it up on this bush here, but there's the lack of breeze today is what's making it difficult, that along with the humidity. That said, I would still rather have the cloud cover and the humidity than the sun hitting your skin. Alright guys, looks like the clouds might just last. A big dark band came over, and there's a little bit of breeze now, so I'm loving it. Not sure how much filming I'm going to be doing on the way down. Probably not much. I'll be trucking along. Took a 5-minute break up here. That was real nice. Didn't dry out much though. It's alright. I'm enjoying it, and this cloud cover is very refreshing. Alright guys, came through Fountain Hills Saddle. On the way back down. I'm on the flats right now, right before the descent. Wanted to check in with you. Everything is going great. The legs are still a little bit rubbery, but that bike ride I did last night was 10 o'clock at night. from like 9 to 10, about an hour and 5 minutes on that workout. And as I'm doing that, it's not just a ride. I stop. There's a place where I can do laps, and there's some monkey bars there, and I can do dips, I can do push-ups, I can do hanging rows, and pull-ups. And so I do that. I do a heavy set of each of those. I jump back on the bike. I ride. The heart rate's up the whole time. Come back, hit the monkey bars again, and do the same thing. So it was, even though the mileage wasn't that much, it was a good workout. So I think that's what I'm feeling. But the cardio feels good. The legs, yeah, you just suffer it out, you know. Feel a little wobbly, you just keep pressing them. The big thing is going to be keeping hydrated and keep enough food in me. So constantly chewing on Cliff Bar or Cliff Blocks, Power Bar, Jelly Belly sports beans. I've got some blueberry muffins, and whenever I get a minute, I'm popping that stuff. Got to keep fueled up. As my good friend Campfire Talk reminded me on the last big hike. Alright guys, back to the car again, and we're gonna head over to Bottle Cap. That was fun. There's the thumb up there. I feel pretty good. I'm gonna try not to cool down too much, so I've got just a little bit of fresh air coming in. And I'm gonna grab a snack and some Gatorade, and I should be there in about 8 minutes or so. Hey guys, Patriot with you. We're now at Bottle Cap right there, and we're about half a mile in on the road. You can see it's a pretty wide trail right here, and then it's going to branch off and go on to some smaller, like a single track style, but it's a really unique mountain. Its actual name isn't Bottle Cap, but its locals have been calling it Bottle Cap for 20-30 years. Kind of a fun hike. It's about 600 feet total elevation climb, so not a killer. Distance is, it's an out and back, just like the other. This one's about 3 miles. Feeling good. Didn't cool down too much. Got a little food and snack in me. The Gatorade was good. I'm gonna press on. I'm gonna use the wide angle on this. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better. That other one's pretty close up, I noticed. The 6 Plus has got a little zoom built into it. Just using the camera today because I've been testing out all my equipment for the big hike again, which will be Humphries Peak. So I'm gonna try to do it with this phone. If it'll work, I'll use it. It's just to document the hike and kind of bring you guys along, but I'm not gonna be zooming in on wildlife and distant objects and that sort of thing, so I think this will cut it. So this would be the east side of Bottle Cap. The trail kind of comes along to the east, and then it goes up through some stair steps, some switchbacks right up in there. I'll show you around once we get up top. That's looking back to the McDowell Mountain Range. Tom's thumb up on top. Making steady progress. I'm feeling good. Love the cloud cover. About to hit the switchbacks up here, so I'll be putting the camera away. Carrying all my water with me. Started with a overfilled Camelback with some ice in it. I still have some cold in there. Doing good. Alright guys, we're at the part, this is the saddle that separates the cliff from the peak. Saves the best for last. Steepest part of the climb is right there. It's been a sweaty day with the humidity, but it's way better than having that sun on your skin. It's way hotter over time and way more exhausting having the sun on your skin constantly heating up your body. You're sweating the same amount, whether it's evaporating or whether it's not evaporating quickly, like right now, but my eyes are full of sweat. But it's so much easier to keep your body cool when that cloud layer is up there. I've been dripping off of my forearms and elbows and chin and nose most of the day. I'm dripping all over the place right now, so I'm gonna keep going. All right. Talk when I can here, guys. That last bit of that climb is that's a good one. All right, that's where we came from. That's where we're going next. Pinnacle Peak. That's Tom's Thumb up there, that little nub up there. This is Cone Mountain. Been mountain biking and hiking for 25-30 years in this area. Out to the north. This is Little Granite Mountain right there. It's not little. It's bigger than this one. And then there's Granite Mountain out there. That's 4 peaks out there. I've done a Brown's, almost a Brown summit. I didn't get all the way to the top, but almost to the very top of that. And then out there is Weaver's Needle. Not that little nub right there, not that, but the thing just to the right of it on the horizon, like somewhere up there. That's Weaver's Needle. Anyhow, you can see a lot from up here. It's a heck of a climb. Yeah, sorry you gotta look at my sweaty mug, but it's just the reality of it today. I'm not going to spend much time up here. Make one phone call, and I'm headed down. Okay, here we go. All right, there's the top. Coming back down the trail here. Here's the switchback area. A couple more down below there. And we're on our way back out. 3 miles total, about 600. So someone might ask, hey Patriot, why don't you just do the same trail 3 times, or do Tom's Thumb a couple times, or whatever? Why the 3 different hills? I don't know. I think intuition, almost answers that. But for those who are curious, I like to change the scenery. And when you've just gone up and down a mountain that's kicked your butt and got sweat in your eyes, made you tired, made you ache and breathe hard and everything, last thing you want to do is go up and say, let's do it all over again. It's a little easier when you have that change of scenery to go to a new place and do it at a different place, because things are different, and it keeps you upbeat, or at least it helps me. So I like to switch it up. That's why I'm doing the 3, and it's kind of fun to go to 3 different locations. Last of the switchbacks here. Alright guys, feeling strong. I'm almost to the parking lot. I feel great. I feel like even if this was the halfway point, which it isn't, I'm well past, I'm about 2/3 of the way through. I feel like I could do the other half. So I'm doing great. A big part of that is the clouds today, and hiking known hikes. This is my 4th time up this one since hernia surgery, and 4th time up Tom's Thumb since hernia surgery. Been on the skateboard, been on the bicycle, been weightlifting yesterday. So my triceps are sore, or my arms are sore today from with the hiking poles, which I didn't notice last week. Regarding hydration, I said that most of that's on my back. That's not quite right. On the way out to Tom's Thumb Trail, I downed a 32-ounce Gatorade. In between there and here, I downed a 32-ounce Gatorade. I've got another one I'm going to take in the car before the next hike. And I'm just trying to stay topped up because I'm still losing it faster than I'm getting it in. My reward after this is a Red Bull, and I've got spaghetti and meatballs at home. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about in the back of my mind. Red Bull, spaghetti and meatballs. I'm ready. Leaving the trail, and this next drive is a real short hop. It's 5 minutes, depending on how long the light is up here. So I'll be there pretty fast. Again, I don't want to cool down. I'm going to turn off my camera, get some Gatorade in me, and we'll be hiking again. This feels good. Glad it's working out. All right, not even 5 minutes today. This is actually closer to Tom's Thumb than the other trail is. I wanted to do this one last because it's my least favorite. I've done this trail about 200 odd times. It used to be a weekly workout routine for me that I would sometimes do it 2-3 times a week. But the parking lot doesn't look too full. That's a good sign. It's the middle of the week. That helps. We're still going to see a lot more people on the trail. But this is encouraging. Good deal. Man, this day just keeps working out. Alright guys, there's Pinnacle Peak. The end of the trail actually isn't the top of the mountain. It winds around the backside of the mountain, drops into a canyon, climbs up another mountain, and then drops off of the backside of that mountain. But it's called the Pinnacle Peak Trail. And you can see there's some pretty fancy houses up in the area here. It's a pretty well-off neighborhood. It'll be fun because I haven't done it in a while. So here we go. I'm going to stop at this lookout for you. Alright guys, there's a Pinnacle Peak up at the top. We came around the side of the mountain. This is a little lookout thing with sighting channels here to show you. Boulder Pass goes between Boulder Mountain and Tom's Thumb. Tom's Thumb is going to be right up there. That's the McDowell's. This is Boulder Mountain. Boulder Pass over this way. There's Cone Mountain right there. This one we were above, and there's Bottle Cap right there out to the north. And I'm feeling great. We're gonna keep plugging along here. The hills are feeling like nothing to me right now. I don't get it. The longer I go, the better I'm feeling. My legs aren't tight, my triceps, my arms don't hurt anymore, and I'm storming this thing. When I was coming out here regularly, I used to do the out and back 3.5 miles with whatever the elevation is. I'll annotate it for you. In between 39 minutes and 42 minutes. That was kind of my average, depending on how hot it was or whatever, but that was kind of average. And that's carrying no water or anything. That's hydrating and just doing a trail. It's an out and back. It's well populated in here, so feeling good. I mean, it's stuff that would normally, like holding up the phone, talking. There's some of the steeper areas through here too. Lots of stairs. Now doing it that kind of time frame, that's running all the flats and the downhills, jogging the shallow uphills, and walking fast up the steep stuff. So we ain't gonna do that today, but we'll press ahead. I'm eating these blocks like sunflower seeds, going through them fast. That's my third pack. One for each trail, I figured. I don't want to bonk, man. I've been there before. Keep it charging ahead. It's really pretty back here, by the way. Really pretty. You can see the trail going up the other side of the mountain. So we're gonna go into this valley now. All right, guys, we've come through the canyon. We're coming up the other side right now. And some construction. You probably hear that. There are houses down there. Real nice houses. Very expensive houses. Pretty area. And there's not that many people on trail. I expected a madhouse. Even though it's during the week, people find out about this stuff and it gets regular use. So got a little climb coming up here, so be back with you. All right, guys, we're coming back downhill again. This will be the biggest elevation change on the trail. Coming back out of this one on the west side of the mountain in the afternoon time. It's a bare when you're already hot, you're halfway through and you're coming back up this sucker. These are all big steps. It's all stair steps here. The poles help a lot when I'm not using the camera. And there it is, guys. There's the end of the trail on the other side of the mountain. Behind this rock, there's a little thing that tells about the trail. Maybe I'll take a picture or something of it. And then we're gonna head back. It's 12:25 right now, and I started at about 8:25. I'll double check that. If it's not right, I'll annotate it. So we've been on the trails about 4 hours now, including our short drive times in between. That says it all. About 2/3 up this backside climb. Dripping again. Checking up top here. All right, coming downhill here. Going back down into the canyon, have been for a little while. It took me a second to recover from that climb. So we're on the third descent and about to start the fourth and final climb. After that, we'll have the fourth descent and we'll be done. Holding up pretty good. A little hot, but doing good. All right, guys. Not quite up the last climb. It's just about to flatten out, though. I'm feeling this one, but I'm also not feeling the sweat in my eyes or lack of air or anything like that. It's just kind of tractoring along right now. All right, you guys. So up the fourth climb. Going down the fourth downhill right now. It's pretty much all downhill at this point. Be nice when I'm there, have a Red Bull, but I feel the accomplishment right now. It feels great. Gosh, never thought I'd be doing that, especially 7 weeks out of surgery, you know? Very thankful. Thanks for coming along. I'll probably check in down at the car there. I just went for my last swig of water, and there was none, so I'm totally out. I went through that 100 ounces and 3 Gatorade, and I'll be ready for something when I get back to the car here, so. Thirsty right now. Oh gosh. Well, we did it, guys. And I'm tired. When I was going up, I felt like Superman, but now it's all caught up with me, and I'm tired. So, looking forward to that Red Bull. Get in the car and get some AC going. But gosh, thanks a lot for tagging along. It was a lot of fun, and this was kind of the last big step. Got a little light edited there. The last big step before we go do the Humphries Peak hike again. So feels good, and man, thanks again, guys. Patriot out. Woohoo, buddy! Just a minute after 1 o'clock right now, so that puts us on the trail about 4.5 hours. Approximately. I'll know when I take that first picture. The Runkeeper program that I use automatically shuts off for whatever stupid reason when I use the video camera. I didn't really realize that before, so I've got to work around that deal in the future here, or carry a separate GPS. So anyhow, successful day. I feel really good. Little AC, little Red Bull, and I'm gonna go have that meatball and spaghetti right now. Thanks, guys.